Hi, I'm Billy, and today we are discussing the role of family-centered care in relation to chronic health issues. So I think family-centered care is a lot about ensuring that each family feels supported, understood, and most importantly, that we're not judging them. So I think if we strive to create an environment of full comfort, families can feel safe disclosing the realities of what they're experiencing. This transparency is going to be one of the ways that we can help them to the best of our ability. As nurses, we're not just treating um, a diagnosis, we're caring for the whole family as a unit. And a lot of times the parent is going to be one of the most important members of that care team. So there's a lot of things that come with chronic health issues, and they do exist on a spectrum. So how each family copes is going to depend on a lot of factors, like if they have any existing medical knowledge, a good support system, they have access to many of the services that are available, transportation, financial means, and more. And it can be easy in our rushing about to treat a clinical symptom or diagnosis to overlook the health of the family as a whole. I think every time we meet with a family, we need to be proactively asking the caregivers about burnout, financial stress. These are areas that can be hidden but have a huge impact on the stability of the home. So, as nurses, it's our responsibility to ask those questions. How are you holding up? Are the costs of this care plan sustainable for your family? And by helping families navigate the financial and emotional maze of the healthcare system, we can ensure that the care plan doesn't just look good and work on paper, but it works in their life. And we really can't expect a child to thrive if their caregivers are drowning in exhaustion and debt. Um, so, growth and development, when a child has a chronic condition or a developmental delay, I'll speak in regards to autism since that's what I know and understand, but it can be various health conditions, and the impact on growth and development can be significant. And we can use our clinical knowledge of the situation to educate parents on what to expect. But we need to remember that the emotional weight that this can carry for parents can be very significant. It can be incredibly painful for parents to see their child developing at a much different rate or delayed rate compared to their peers. And the realities of their current situation and their future can be part of a daily worry for these families. So, another part of our job is to help them work through each step, each feeling and emotion or challenge, and help them recognize every bit of progress as a victory. So, in the world of chronic illness, we have to advocate about celebrating the little victories because for that child and that family, those steps are huge milestones. So, we try to shift the focus from what the child isn't doing to the incredible things that they are achieving. Um, so, as a reflection on this topic, I think my perspective on this comes not just from my years in healthcare, but also my own journey as a parent with a child on the autism spectrum who is nonverbal. I've been on both sides of the bedside. I remember expressing fear to one provider and thinking to myself, they were probably thinking I was an overbearing parent because my child wasn't displaying the behaviors that I was addressing during this appointment. But instead, I was met with, I hear you, I see you, and I understand you. And I recognize that from a clinical standpoint, a provider might see a parent's insistence on something um, kind of as something that's slowing them down in their workflow. But experience, I think, has taught all of us that slowing down and listening to patients will help us prevent errors and trauma in the long run. So, whether I've requested sedation for my daughter's procedure or rushed into the emergency room during a frightening medical reaction, a team's validation was the difference between trauma and healing. So, as a parent of a nonverbal child, I am her voice, and when a care team confirms that I know her best and they are choosing to provide the safest, most effective care possible by making me an important part of that team. So in my future as a nurse, I hope these experiences will um, help me get into the psychiatric nursing, specifically navigating autism, and be able to provide some of the same positive feedback for others in my future practice, that I can, know to treat each unique family as the experts of their journey and ensure that the whole family approach is a daily reality and validate concerns and provide a judgment-free space. And I hope to help families similar to mine navigate their unique journeys with dignity and strength. Thank you for listening.